Alright, episode 4 of the GB7X Cluster Alpha series. I'm fobbing up here on a base where it looks like someone's online. Ended up netting him, and I'm pretty sure I knocked him out right here, but I decided to shoot him again, and, well, killed him. Pretty disappointing there. I figured if he was going to run out naked, I could just start stoking on a stego in hopes of just getting him to come back out and I can cage him, and then the raid's just over from there. Alright, he comes back out. I think he just had a set of flak on him. I don't think he had a neck gun on him, but I ended up netting him. And then I went to bola him and proceeded to knock him out. My whip broke and I had no way to whip him, so I just figured I'd try netting his PT and then trying to bola him from there. I don't know what the fuck he was doing here. Ends up knocking him out. Looking back at this, you know, this guy was still kind of new, so I probably could have just online raided it with him defending, but since I was solo, I just figured it'd be easier to just cage him and finish the raid solo. Good night. Gonna speed run through this because since he's no longer defending, it's pretty boring content, just soaking turrets and pushing through. This guy had the majority of his turrets LOS by his little front structure, so I just decided to tech rifle all the hatch frames from the entrance. After taking out his turrets, I entered the back just to kind of see what level of explosives I'll need to take everything out. They had crowd for just full tames. A lot of them were just trash fucking tames, but interesting to see kind of what people fucking decide to start building and taming on these servers. Like, kind of insane. This was a fob we had over at Underworld Crouch. I was PvPing this guy for a little bit as he was trying to clear our fob. His base was incredibly annoying to raid, so we just decided to abandon it, but we just came back to the fob every now and again just to see if somebody else had wiped it. This guy really should have killed me there. In fact, he didn't. Kind of embarrassing. End up hitting this grapple on him, and unfortunately for him, our fob had too many turrets on it. Here we're fobbed up on a very large base at Mushroom Underwater Cave on Lost Island. We traded for like 50 HP Megachelons, so we soaked like the majority of the base with Daedons and Megachelons. Until we got to this front wall where we were able to start Rexing it. I don't know, it's like clearing the spam is such a large part of fucking doing these long raids, so like, I don't know if I should just take that content out or keep it in, but I figured to just leave it there just to show kind of the progress that these big bases take in the raid. Here's where we were able to start Stegorexing everything. We ended up getting countered, and so we're working to reinforce the fob.
Oh, can you see him?
Ended up getting a chance to grapple this guy in. I think his game crashed or he lagged.
Our tribes over killed him.
I can't find his body. Ended up pushing his fob with a Megachelon. He ended up being somebody I knew, so I don't think he was going to continue the raid once he kind of found out that two of us were raiding it. And I don't think he had tribe mates online. But just to make sure that we can finish the raid by ourselves, we cleared his fob. Because they brought in about 30 turrets over here for this fob, I just decided to wipe them all. Kind of discourage them from coming back and just repowering and reloading the turrets up. We did end up cheesing behind the wall with grapple glitching to the center while soaking, and got behind the wall and took out the Jenny. Here's us just kind of meching the wall down, and then they had a TP set up in this right room to the cave, so we just kind of ran in here and took it out with a stego. This cave was 6x, so a decent tech rifle. You could take out a vault relatively quick. Here is the desync, just to kind of scout the base, to kind of get an idea of what we had to go through for the rest of the raid. Again, these guys were on the Cluster Alpha leaderboard, so we figured that they would be fat and the majority of the turrets would be capped. Here's the tribe. They had a good amount of resources overall. 18,000 element there. So ideally, as long as we could get in, we're going to get at least enough resources to take care of our time. They ended up logging on while we were grapple glitching the base, so we had to do a little online PvP with them. Fortunately for us, it was really just one of us being online and one of them. So it was just a little back and forth. Either way, made sure that we turret capped them and continued to rocket grapple glitch their base, and just to kind of continue to take turrets out. They did decide to be bitch asses and transfer their loot to a different base location or just to a different map. Unfortunately for us, because of their cave and being only one person online, there was really no way to quickly push this base while they were online, so they had plenty of time to transfer the loot while one guy defended. I tried clearing spam at the front of their base just to kind of push up spam of our own, and unfortunately they had a behemoth gate meshed into the ceiling of this base, so there was no way for us to continuously push past spam after I took these foundations out. This guy with the Sonoma crop died like fucking 10 times probably. Decided to start watching the Mike Tyson fight while I waited on my respawn timer for grapple glitching. They started Desmo picking the grapple glitches, as well as spamming pixies, which was definitely annoying. Honestly, it kind of made me just want to quit grapple glitching, but there's really nothing else to do at this point. We're this far committed to the raid, we might as well just keep throwing grapple glitches at it. So this guy starts just spamming pixies. Really nothing I could do about this. I tried grappling them into our turrets to then go clear the pixies and then start grapple glitching before more pixies could be built, but with how boosted these servers are, I mean, we could just spam pixies forever. Any stegos that I throw on this ledge, he could just knock out with his mantis, so there was no value in kind of putting a mantis on the ledge. I was able to get some grapple glitches through the pixie spam. Not a lot, but enough to, like, you know, this one here got a couple turrets. And he kept pixie spam. Anytime he'd actually defend, he'd just die instantly. But while he pixie spammed again, he transferred all his loot off the base, so at this point we just finished the raid more for the CA points, but not for any kind of loot. You see he's placing pixies as I try to do a grapple glitch. You know, can't really hate on pixie spamming if I'm grapple glitching, as I feel like both methods are equally disappointing. But nonetheless, he ended up transferring his loot out, as I kind of say in the bottom here. So I did a few more grapple glitches, and then my tribe mate ended up finishing the raid when he got online. I might have a clip of that at the end. Alright, GG's.